Hello students, let us learn the second chapter of your social studies textbook today. The name of the chapter is Minerals. Now look at these two pictures. Have you seen women wearing such ornaments? Do you think they are available in the nature like this? Or are they made in these different forms by us? Yes, they are made by us in these different forms using minerals. Ornaments are usually made of gold and silver. Gold and silver are minerals. Then what are minerals? Minerals are substances that occur naturally in the earth and they are useful to us in our daily life. These minerals are found in rocks, soil and deep under the earth's surface. But don't think that gold and silver are the only minerals. There are thousands of other minerals like iron, copper, manganese, aluminium, coal, petroleum, etc. I told you these minerals are found in the rocks, soil and deep under the earth's surface. Since these minerals are buried under the surface of the earth, we need to take them out to use for our different needs. The process of extracting minerals or taking out of the minerals from under the ground by digging is called mining. So what is mining? The process of extracting minerals from under the ground by digging. And the places where we take minerals are called mines. A mine is a hole or a tunnel made in the ground to dig out minerals. And remember, all these minerals are not found on the earth in the way that we can use them directly. We have to process them. We have to refine them. So those minerals which are found on the earth, they are not directly usable. They are found in the form of ores. What are these ores then? Rocks and soils that contain large amounts of minerals are called ores of that mineral, such as iron ore, bauxite, all these are ores. So we can say the rock or the soil that contains large amount of iron is called iron ore. It is not iron, it is iron ore. If we have to use them, we have to process them, we have to refine them, we have to avoid all those unwanted things from that ore. Then we will be getting only that mineral. Here in case of this iron ore, we will get iron when we process iron ore. Now let us study about all these minerals in detail. Let's start from its classification. There are two types of minerals, metallic and non-metallic minerals. Let us find out what these two are, metallic mineral and non-metallic mineral. First let us find out what are metallic minerals. Minerals that contain metal are metallic minerals. Iron, copper, manganese and aluminium are some of the metallic minerals. Let us learn in detail about these metallic minerals. Let us start with iron. Iron is a very important metallic mineral. It is extracted from iron ore. It is used for making tools, machinery, automobiles, the hulls or the bodies or the cases of large ships and structural components of buildings and bridges. For making the structures of building and bridges, we use iron. Iron was used for making weapons in the ancient times. Steel is also made from iron. Jharkhand, Odisha, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana have vast reserves or deposits of iron ore in our country. India is one of the largest producers of iron ore in the world. Now let us learn about another important metallic mineral, that is copper. Copper has been used in our country since ancient times. It is used for making electrical wires and utensils now. Copper is found in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand. Another important metal is manganese. Manganese is silver grey in color. It is used to make glass. It is used with iron to get steel. Odisha, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh have deposits of manganese in our country. Another important metal is aluminium. Aluminium is silver white in color and it is obtained from the ore bauxite. It is light in weight and that is why it is used in making aeroplanes. Bauxite, the ore from which aluminum is extracted, is found in the states of Odisha, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh. That's all about metallic minerals. You will learn more about these metallic minerals in your higher classes. Now let us learn some details about the non-metallic minerals. Minerals such as mica, limestone, coal, petroleum and natural gas that do not contain metal are known as non-metallic minerals. So in non-metallic minerals, there will be no metals. We can say limestone, coal, petroleum, natural gas. All these are good examples of non-metallic minerals. Let us study about them in detail. Let's start with mica. Mica is used for making electrical items, cosmetics and paints, etc. Jharkhand has the largest deposit of mica in our country. Mica is also found in the states such as Bihar, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh and Kerala. Another non-metallic mineral is limestone. Limestone is used for making cement. It is a building material. Madhya Pradesh, Meghalaya and Karnataka have huge deposits of limestone in our country. Another very important non-metallic mineral is coal. Coal is a fossil fuel. What are fossil fuels? Fossil fuels are the fuels that formed from the dead remains of plants that lived many thousands years ago. Coal is used for generating electricity. It is extracted from coal mines found deep under the surface of the earth. Coal mines are found in our country in the states of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh. Another very important non-metallic mineral is petroleum. Petroleum or crude oil is also a fossil fuel found deep inside the earth and under the seabed. Petroleum is also called liquid gold because of its immense value in today's industrialized world. How do we extract this petroleum? An oil well is dug deep into the earth to bring petroleum to the surface. Assam, Gujarat and Mumbai High off the coast of Mumbai have vast reserves of petroleum in our country. This extracted petroleum is purified in refineries to get kerosene, cooking gas, petrol and diesel. What are these refineries? They are the industries or factories where impurities are removed from a substance. When we take out these minerals or fossil fuels, they may be mixed with a lot of unwanted things. All these unwanted things are removed from refineries. Liquid petroleum gas or LPG is used in houses for cooking. Petrol and diesel are used to run vehicles such as cars, trucks, bikes, etc. Another important non-metallic mineral is natural gas. Natural gas is also a fossil fuel. It is extracted from oil wells and is purified. It is used in public vehicles as compressed natural gas. We call that as CNG. Compressed natural gas or CNG is an environment friendly fuel. What do you mean by this environment friendly fuel? That is a fuel which will not harm or destroy the environment. It causes no pollution. That's all about metallic and non-metallic minerals. Now let us learn how to conserve or protect these minerals. Minerals are non-renewable resources. What do you mean by these non-renewable resources? It means they are limited in quantity. They cannot be renewed in a reasonable period of time. They take thousands of years to form again. They cannot be replenished or refilled quickly. So we must conserve them. How we can conserve them? We have to save electricity to conserve coal, and we must reduce the use of petrol and diesel by traveling in public transport. Traveling in public transport reduces the use of fossil fuel and it also reduces environmental pollution. Another way that we can conserve mineral is in the mines. We should use the latest technology to extract minerals to avoid wastage of minerals. Using alternative sources or other sources of energy like the energy from the sun, water and air are also helpful because the energy from the sun, water and air are renewable. They can be replenished. They are available in plenty. Their stock will not be exhausted or they will not be completely used up. That's all about the chapter. Now read the chapter again and copy all the difficult words to your social studies notebook and write them 5 times each. Then send it to my WhatsApp number before 5 p.m. today. Thank you for watching.